Welcome to Good Morning Uganda, your go-to morning show to kickstart your day with all the latest updates.
Let's dive deep into issues that matter most to you.
In a world of stories waiting to be told, the headlines are your guide. Navigate the currents of news and knowledge with our daily updates of newspapers. Stay informed, stay empowered.
From the roar of the crowd to the thunder of victory, witness the drama unfold with our sports updates. Whether on the field or in the stands, join us as we celebrate the spirit of champions.
Rise with Good Morning Uganda, weekdays from 6:30 a.m. Step into a world of excellence, comfort and pride with Royal Foam Furniture, crafted to perfection right here in Uganda. We bring you state-of-the-art living room furniture and bedding products at affordable prices. Our wide variety of mattresses include orthopedic, pillow top, spring mattresses suitable for institutions like hotels and many others for home comfort. With every piece telling a story of royal excellence, our products are built with the highest quality materials made to last. Experience royalty with Royal Foam Furniture, proudly made in Uganda, so buy Uganda and build Uganda. Visit our showrooms at Ginger Road, Chambogo Junction, Bukoto Chisasi Road, and on Victoria Mall, Entebbe, on the first floor.
Juko.
Yo.
Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the Parish development model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sebatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a portrait project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The Parish Development Model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Good morning and thank you so much for being with us on UBC TV. Welcome to Good Morning Uganda Extra, and I'm Robert Chirabo Nyonyitono. Hope it's a very lovely day to you too, because when I look outside the studios, I see the Pearl of Africa gifted by nature. The sun is out and I don't see any signs of rain, so it gives me joy because I know for Kampala dwellers, rainfall is not the best thing we want, and being January, much as we are coming to the end, it is usually hot, and I'm beginning to feel the feel of January. However, yesterday, some mild rains, if I may say. Now, why have I begun with seasons and rains? Because what I'm going to be discussing this morning clings so much on weather, seasons, and it is hope to the farmers. Now, when you're discussing anything with the farmers, you can't talk about farming and forget to discuss rains when 90% of our farmers depend on rainfall-fed agriculture. What am I going to be discussing? The journey, 20 years in development of banana products in Uganda. Now, this journey began in many years ago. Today we celebrate 20 years of a journey. And with me, I have Dr. Florence Muranga, who happens to be the Director General at Banana Industrial Research and Development Center. Have you ever heard of that? I must say, if you've not, then today you will get to know more about this, because they have been in existence for the last 20 years. And I want to tell you, so much has been achieved. And I'm sure many of you have tested products, but maybe didn't take the labor to read and know where they are coming from. A friend of mine was telling me, but this can't be Uganda. And I sent him flour. He said, but this can't be Uganda. I'm like, what do you mean? No, Uganda, you can't be this creative. I said, hey, brother, slow down. Read properly. The pack is from Uganda. So, Doctor, you're most welcome to the show. And we are eager to understand more of this journey.
Thank you very much. The year was 2005, January, when we received that famous letter informing us that the government of Uganda has decided to adopt the proposal for the Presidential Initiative on Banana Industrial Development as a project of the government of Uganda. This is a proposal we had written as professors of Makerere University, and we're looking for offers to test it out. So, yeah, January 5th, I think some of you may be aware, we did celebrate the inception of that aspect. And it came after almost 3 years of back and forth commission sanctioning by government for us to look at what we are doing in research at Makerere University and see how we can package it to cause transformation in the communities that are the object of this research. I happen to have just finished my PhD, and the focus was looking at banana starch with a strong view of looking at whether matoke at all had starch, because there was a lot of literature saying that matoke was actually water, and this was even documented in the medical journals that one of the reasons we have a lot of malnutrition in Uganda is that we eat matoke, and matoke was virtually water.
Yes.
So my research questions were twofold. Is there starch in matoke, and if there is starch, what kind of starch and what can it do? So that I came out, and I was very, very pleasantly shocked that matoke had as much starch as cassava and potatoes. It's only that if you treat matoke the way we traditionally treated it, I don't know whether this word is from my mother tongue, okuvundekera, because we never used to harvest banana and prepare it straight away. We would harvest it and put it aside for 1 to 2 weeks. And when you do that, by the time you cook, there is actually virtually no starch. Most of the starch has broken down to smaller components. So I don't know whether the researchers that were the authors of those literature had used that kind of banana or not. But the pleasant aspect is that when I did my research, I found that banana had about 25% on weight basis starch, some even up to 30, but when you dried it, it's up to 85%, which is really a lot of starch when you dry it. So most of what you would eat in the dried form of matoke, it was actually starch. So it was this background. We got an interface with government to talk about what we had done, and I showed government that actually we have an opportunity to dry bananas and apply technology to transform banana into diverse products, just like wheat has lent itself, from bakery and confectionaries to baby foods and so forth. And I also had evidence that actually banana starch performed much better even than wheat starch in some of the modifications that we are talking about. So it was on this background that I was directed to do the proposal, the presidential initiative. It went through a series of validation in government systems, and on 5th January we are called forth to start. As you understand government systems, the saying is not the doing. So yes, we had the word, but it wasn't until September, no, it was August, when the government appointed, because I refused to do the financial management, as it were, without a system in place. So they put a board and management committee of very eminent people to support me in the rollout and the governance of the project, which was headed by Dr. Frank Mabirizi, who was then the chairman, National Planning Authority. So this team came on board around August and was commissioned actually live at State House on the I think it was the 7th of October of the same year. So really that's the basic birth of the presidential initiative. Once we got the commissioning, it was possible for us to get the financing, because we had laid out all the requisite planning and a business plan as to how the money should flow. So we got set. The president, in his wisdom, had already captured a site, a very strategic site in Ushenyi, through negotiation with the district, then the Greater Ushenyi, and they had given us the former DFI for location of the project, development side. In Kampala, we headhunted and eventually found ourselves at Plot 26A, Lumumba Avenue, and that became our secretariat. So I think really that was where we were coming from. The objective of the pivot, I think most people didn't conceptualize it. It's not a political arm of NRM, much as I want to take the opportunity to congratulate the NRM for the 39 years, because we are really in the policy framework of NRM, and we served part of the manifesto for the years that this project has been there. And people need to understand, we have people working technically in the project who are not party members, because this is business.
Yes.
It's not party politics, but the financing has been with all accountability leveraged through the support of the manifesto, and particularly the patron, His Excellency the President, because I should come back to that when His Excellency directed us to really take opportunity and use our brains to support the transformation of this sector. Of course, we were nervous and hesitant because many of us do the research for publication, you know, for reading papers, not for business. It was a rude awakening. So eventually, when we digested the process and we had an opportunity to interface with him, I really categorically asked him, please allow us to require that you become the what? The patron of this project, and you look after the political and financial aspects. For us, we shall then look after the technical. And he was very gracious. He accepted to be our patron and to really look after that's why he gave us that strong board and management committee to support us from the inception. The board and management committee, I should say, was reporting directly to the president and still does. Yeah.
Now, Dr. Florence, you've given us a detailed background and history to the Banana Industrial Research and Development Center. Now, this required machinery.
Yes.
This required having people to work. This required raw materials. But for the viewer, one important thing for them that I want to get from you, Doctor, even before we go any further, what was the sole objective of this presidential banner initiative? Because what was the main reason why? Is it that Doctor did research and this research was seen? What did it come to address?
Yeah, as I said from the inception, that government has got policy. We had then the people and PMA, and this required dynamic evidence, you know, it's very easy to have a policy framework and to remain still. So it was on the backdrop of the PIP and PMA that we were asked to come and put to evidence that the science that we had, that we can actually dry bananas and subject it to different technological modifications and bring it to the bakery, confectionery, and baby foods, and even extract starch for pharmaceutical. We wanted to see whether this can be done and evidenced and flow into this economical transformation of the nation. So that was from the part of the government. For our part as a scientist, we had these evidences, but in our labs, you get it, and in our write-ups. So that's really where it came from. And as I said, the person here really to applaud is the president. He took it by the horns. He said, if you people have got evidence, we want you to do it. And you don't know how much time we had in meetings. We used to sometimes have sleeping setups trying to look at how this would be rolled out. So the essence was the poverty of the people who were growing the bananas. And as you would agree, bananas, whether you want it or not, is the mainstay of this country. Many countries in Africa are hungry. You know, they are hungry because they are depending on wheat from abroad. They are depending on seasonal crops. Uganda has got a wheat in the form of banana, which is, vegetative. You get it. And this crop has kept our food security intact over the years. So this was the challenge. Now that you've done some evidence that actually it can be stabilized, because the greatest problem with the banana was the post-harvest losses, especially right now, like in January, when the heat will come up, there will be so much loss, so much waste. So it was very discouraging for the farmers, because when the when the peak season comes, they would virtually get nothing out of the bananas. They would just give it out. I toured Boshenya that time, and I found that they had even graveyards for the bananas that were extra, because they could not bring them to the marketplace. So really, this was the backdrop on which His Excellency came forward and say, can you rescue this nation so that we have a stabilized food supply system in this sector?
Well, we are looking at the Banana Industrial Research and Development Center celebrating 20 years of existence. Now, 20 years of existence, has this initiative served its purpose? For example, has it fought the loss, the post-harvest losses? Has it reduced poverty levels among the people?
Well, I would say that it is an ongoing concern, but we have evidences that the banana post-harvest losses, excesses, have been captured relatively, because we monitor the price indices. We have a mechanism to monitor the price indices across the year, and you find that generally most of there is no very low drop, you know. But when we came on ground, you could have as low as 1,000 and below per kilogram. You get it? No, per bunch. We had bunches which would go for 500, for 1,000. Now that is now history, you know, because people have an option. They have an option to bring it to us. And much as we are not yet in the capacity to absorb everything, we have reduced significantly the excesses in the area that we are. And with poverty, I would only want to benchmark the space where we are located, which is Bumbeire. We've done recent studies, and it was very gratifying to find that the socio-economic indicators are really very, very good in this area where we are located. We know what it was before, but right now almost everybody has got a permanent house. Almost everybody has got piped water, electricity, and this is because of the industry going into this area. And then also you find that almost 30%, I think, of the people in that area have got a TV, I think, and everybody has got a TV. 30% have got a car. You know, yes, this is in a village and it was a village, you know, as we entered, because this is a rural industry. So you can see just on our backdrop, the ripple effect is coming up. So we have not exhausted to look at the areas beyond that, but we are in the process of looking at that too. Yeah.
Better be in a few places and have impact than everywhere. And those are the words one time His Excellency said, let's not be everywhere but nowhere. And now look at the journey of 20 years. One would say that there must be something that the public can look up to and say, yes, this is the product, this is what is being manufactured by this industry, and these are the commodities. Now, when we come back from this break, I want us to arrive at what so far in these 20 years, apart from creating employment, apart from farmers knowing that I have market, I have a buyer somewhere. Now, what is that you who may not be in farming could look out for and say, this over the 20 years are the products that are coming out of the Presidential Banana Initiative, or call it the Banana Industrial Research and Development Center. I'll be going for a short break, but when I return, I'll be looking at some of these commodities and how you can look out for them, because we are buy Uganda, build Uganda, but also change mindset, because they all go together. Let's go for a break.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Welcome to Good Morning Uganda, your go-to morning show to kickstart your day with all the latest updates.
Let's dive deep into issues that matter most to you.
In a world of stories waiting to be told, the headlines are your guide. Navigate the currents of news and knowledge with our daily updates of newspapers. Stay informed, stay empowered.
From the roar of the crowd to the thunder of victory, witness the drama unfold with our sports updates. Whether on the field or in the stands, join us as we celebrate the spirit of champions.
Rise with Good Morning Uganda, weekdays from 6:30 a.m.
Step into a world of excellence, comfort and pride with Royal Form Furniture, crafted to perfection right here in Uganda. We bring you state-of-the-art living room furniture and bedding products at affordable prices. Our wide variety of mattresses include orthopedic, pillow top, spring mattresses suitable for institutions like hotels and many others for home comfort. With every piece telling a story of royal excellence, our products are built with the highest quality materials made to last. Experience royalty with Royal Form Furniture, proudly made in Uganda, so buy Uganda and build Uganda. Visit our showrooms at Ginger Road, Chambogo Junction, Bukoto Chisasi Road, and on Victoria Mall, Entebbe, on the first floor.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archived stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Welcome back from that break. Thank you so much for being with us on UBC TV. I'm Robert Chirabo Nyonyintono, and with me I have Dr. Florence Muranga, who happens to be the Director General, Banana Industrial Research and Development Center. We are looking at 20 years of existence, that they have created employment, they have a veiled market for farmers, mostly in their location, who grow bananas. But that is not all they have done. They have been able to come out with products because, of course, bananas are food It is food. And one of the things that we always call for, and His Excellency has been very vocal, that is value addition. Now, they have products made out of banana that you can eat, you can enjoy. One, they are very highly nutritious because of the value that they have and how they are produced or prepared by the experts for you to consume. Now, we want to look at some of these products that are on market that you can look out for, you can ask for, and you buy and you build Uganda. Remember, whenever you buy any of these products, there is a farmer down there whose livelihood is changing. There is a farmer down there who has been exploited by a middleman, that when they have their matoke have a better pay, their life is going to change. The matoke they would have buried, they'll be selling it. So whatever you purchase, there's a trickle-down effect. There is a young girl who is going to go to school because you've bought this product. Because it's a chain. You buy, the industries thrive, those that provide raw materials also thrive. Now, I listen to many women like Doctor that I have here, many old girls of Gayaza, and very prompt when they're talking about girl-child education. But girl-child education, the parents of these children, it is when you support such initiatives by buying the commodities that they are able to raise school fees for that girl-child. Doctor, please kindly take me through. I see so many, I don't know where to begin from. But please take me through. I know there is a favorite for my little ones. If they are watching, they have their favorite. I'll mention it later.
Yes, I should first, of course, thank you once again for this singular moment to share with the public on what we are doing. We came actually to the world with these two products. That's where government found us. And this product is called the raw toke flour. That's how it's registered. The raw toke flour is really magic because it's the flour that is selected to substitute wheat up to 50% without you knowing that you have substituted. We in most of our confectionaries, we substitute wheat significantly, but also we have developed confectionaries where we are going without wheat. For instance, we are bringing on ground a flour for what they call it for pancakes. You know, the Americans like the pancake for their breakfast, and we've tested this. It is magic. It makes very, very good pancakes. So we are going to have a pancake flour from this, where you just go without gluten, without feed. This flour particularly is health-wise very, very popular for those who understand nutritional health, because it doesn't have gluten. And of course, even this one doesn't have gluten because they don't have, they're not wheat, you get it? They are not cereals. So they don't have gluten, and that is a very high positive because gluten makes bloating in your system, which leads to a lot of inflammations and sometimes even cancer.
That's why doctors will tell you desist from wheat products?
Yes.
Because I've gone and taken many people and they tell you,
ulcers especially. So this is the opportunity that you can actually eat your pancake without gluten. This flour also, it has got resistant starch. Resistant starch means that because one of the things we feared for eating carbohydrates is that it's going to spark your sugars. But because it has resistant starch, not all the starch here will find its way in your system. Some of it is going to work like fiber, and it's going to ferment in your gut, and it's going to give you very many positives, especially in preventing cancer. So that's why we are putting it on the world market for export. And we're actually soon going to bring another modified flour, which is even 10 times superior to this in terms of quality attributes. So that was prime flour, and the other one is the instant. This instant is already cooked, you know, it's ready to eat. It's you know, people can't believe it. Most people actually have a sour day, because when we tell them just boil water and add to it and, you know, mix, the amount of water you add depends on whether you want to make a food or you want to make a porridge. And if you want to make a porridge, you should add some milk, maybe some sugar to taste, especially if it's for children. But even children, if you teach them, they can be able to make their own product. People are going back to school. Many children are not fed very well at school. This is a lifesaver, you know. It's a lifesaver, because if you have, your child has got a packet of this, even if the food is not adding up, they will be able to do their own porridge to supplement whatever is ongoing. We also appeal to the schools. You know, this is a mitigation for nutrition which they should look at. Most of the porridge and the posho take a lot of labor and effort to make. This product can be made on the table by each group of children for themselves. So you save both energy as well as what? As
time, yes,
as
very
time.
nutritious.
Yes. So, and you can add to it any spice, any flavor that you deem necessary. So this is what we have as instant, and it is also has got a lot of, it can also be used for baking. We have the scones. I think some of you don't. The scones contain the instant, and they are really special because we're using a modified starch. Now we use the raw to reduce on the gluten, and we make these biscuits.
Favorite for the little
ones.
If you taste this biscuit, if you you take it home for your children, I want to tell you, it is very, very unique. It tastes so lovely.
We have also made cookies, which are also made from the raw banana. These are also very special, and the children like it. This is what I told you, the toke scone. This is a lovely product for many children for taking to school with them, and this is from the instant. Then we have this stream. I don't know who is Waswa and who is Babidi, but maybe we should take the sharp one as Waswa and the non-spiced one as the Babidi. These streams are very, very appealing for the children. They are made after special recipe that we have. Many people have tried to do it, but it doesn't work because this is science at work. So we have managed to make very, very crunchy crisps, which you don't want to stop eating. And we make them according to very high proficiency, reduce oil and the right kind of oil, so that we look after your health, because we want, you are our consumer, we want to be our customer forever. Back last we are with you, so we look after what we are putting in. And behind this, I want to tell you that we are making this in a state-of-the-art environment. We make these products in a state-of-the-art environment in Wishenyi. We have a plant which really goes from first principles of getting the banana, washing it hygienically, peeling it, drying it, and then turning it into flour. Then we have the bakery to turn this, and all this is overseen by your children who have been trained in Makerere, in Chambogo, looking at every aspect of this process. We have just been accredited for ISO, and we're looking at FDA accreditation very soon. So we are about to take off for export. but on the local market, all these products are registered. So we bring to you quality. We bring to your family, to your table, a product that is satisfied, and which we know that is our food. You know, it has no allergy. You know, banana flour is one of those products. We don't have an allergy declaration, and that is really a very high positive. Yeah.
And I'm very happy. Reason being, when you look at away from just the taste and the nutritious values in this, you talked about the different dangers that wheat possesses that the banana flour does not have. So if you're using it for bakery, then you step ahead. Then also talk about the taste. Now, let's look at some of the challenges, because when I move in a number of supermarkets, one thing I find is, yes, some have these commodities. They are there. But when you go for the matoke flour, that is where you find that it's very hard for you to get that. What have been some of the challenges to people understanding and buying these products made out of banana flour?
I think the nervousness of how to use it, because we have developed a lot of information online, and also written, because you know people say that Ugandans don't read English much as they speak it, because most of these instructions, we want actually to now start doing some Uganda packs, because we realize that some people get nervous on how to follow these instructions. So I believe it's the nervousness on how to use it and use it properly, because even those who have been bold to come back to us when they have failed, when we go through them, you know, because we have an angle at our secretariats where they can take you through, they are very happy and they're able to use it. So we know that there's been that barrier, so we have gone into a very aggressive activation, and this activation is to expose people to these two products especially. We not only give them people to taste the porridges, but also do demonstrations so that people learn how to use them. Behind that, we're also about to roll out a very you know, empowering campaign for the bakers, which we are calling Toke Cook-Off. The Toke Cook-Off campaign. This is following on the original campaign we did of Create and Cook, which opened up, it was a bank to tell people, here we come with new products in the Toke. Now that we are in the market, we are going to do the Cook-Off campaign, where we are going to again strategically position this product by demonstrating on the bakery and demonstrating on the making of the different porridges and foods. And through a competition, we want the chefs, we want the people working in the restaurants, and those who also are training in different cook schools to take an opportunity and compete. And there are going to be a lot of gifts, you know, that are going to follow to people who are going to be successful at different levels. And in this way, we believe that this campaign is going to run for almost 7 months. So we believe that by the end of that campaign, we shall have a lot of exposure, especially to the uptakers, particularly the bakers, because this product cannot move if the bakers do not take it up. So we want the bakers to be able to start using it and give the people in this country the comfort in their stomach when they are eating reduced gluten confections.
Now, doctor, let's look at mindset change. One time a friend visited and we had prepared that toke. So he told me, but I'm used to, actually let me use the right words he said. Said, nze ng'omusajja ettooke etaliryamu ndagala. Nedda bannange you know. Then I was telling someone about still the same thing. Like, but Chirabo, let's be very honest. You're in Kampala. What makes you eat etoke mu buwunga? Yeah, I mean, like, we have that mindset of banana. If a person cooking matoke with gas is a challenge, a traditional man will tell you, siriya matoke gafumbidwa ku gas. Liri eriyo kunkuliri. Obakale kusigiri. Gas ofumbira matoke. So those small but matter a lot. If I took 10 boxes of those and I'm like, we're having visitors, make for us matoke. How are you addressing that?
Well, I just want to compare this with the potato industry. The potato have got the powdered potato, but it doesn't mean that you don't boil the potato and eat it in Europe. They still have the boiled potatoes. You get it? So we are not saying that we are not going to stop everybody from eating the traditional banana. You get it? Those who have got the money and the time and the space will continue. But the average Ugandan, the way the world is moving, would need mbajirawo, would need that instant to be very close, because time is going to become very, very restrictive in terms of how you prepare. The labor, Mr. Museveni has provided opportunities for everybody, and continually you find that it will be very difficult for you to have a worker, you get it, who you can, trust your children and be able to get the kind of matoke that you are looking at. So this will be a lifesaver, that you can be a professor, you can be a CEO like me, and at home you go back and still be able to what? To prepare the meal in time. That was actually what inspired me when I was in Germany for 5 years with my husband, and he would come home sometimes abruptly, like all African men, and come with a group of African students, and I had no time to go back and buy more potatoes, but I always had the powdered potatoes, so would add, and in 2 seconds I would put an extra meal on the table. So really, I just also to say mindset, even in my household, my housekeeper yesterday told her that my son is coming with the grandchildren at short notice. I said, made a temala, you get it? And we have a lot of this in the house, you get it? So that issue of mindset, the constraints of time, is what is going to drive this. But we are not worried. What is the most important thing, if people can appreciate that it is a good product, it is actually the best porridge opportunity we have in this country. Forget about the maize, the millet. When you tasted the banana porridge, you won't want to go back. And I have testimonies of mothers who say, yes, from the time I gave my children the banana porridge, they don't want to taste another porridge. So that we want that breakthrough. And that's what we are driving towards through the activation drives.
Well, Doctor, thank you so much. I must let you go. I know for other commitments as well, but also our time. Let me just have your final remark.
Yeah, my final remark, really, I want to take this opportunity to thank the people of Uganda for, through the government of Uganda, enabling His Excellency the President, our patron, to make this bold initiative, because this was an executive instrument. Now that you've had Mr. Trump taking on an executive orders, I think people now understand there are things you don't wait for the long processes. He knew that if he didn't take it by the horns, some of us were going to disperse. I had a lot of offers externally. I was supposed to go to the US for 2-3 years, and who knows what would have happened. You get it? I had offers for other jobs that were coming on my plate. So he took it by the horns. He directed government to give us money, and woe and behold, I want to tell you, we have got another almost square mile for expanding this project at Ishara, and the drawings and designs are ongoing. We are expanding the Bushenyi portfolio with respect to, we hope that within 2 years we shall have almost 10 times the volume of flour that we are having right now. We shall have storage capacity, we shall have ability to hold a lot of bananas and save it from ripening. So this is really where we are going. So my appeal is that this is your food, this is your product, you eat it and learn to use it. It doesn't have any, these products have no preservation. It is one product which is not preserved. So please use it for the health of your children. It is gluten-free. It is what the whole world is looking for. In 2 years, we are going to be exporting almost 3/4 of this. So the price will be actually modified. So we are giving this promotional price. Take the opportunity and use it. I'm appealing for the bakers. Enhance the quality of your product by adding, start slowly from 5 to 10 until you see how far you can go. Do your own products. We are coming to promote you. We are going to give you a lot of leverage if you participate in the campaign that is coming. I want us all to own this brand and let the world share with us in this experience.
Well, thank you so much, Doctor. The good thing is there is nothing new that we are introducing. This is food we've all grown up eating and know very well, but value added, and of course the mode of preparation there changes. Let's embrace this, buy Uganda, build Uganda, but more so that farmer down there, when they have sure market and good price offered to them, then fighting poverty is one of the things we shall all achieve. And when we all achieve, better taxes are given, better service delivery. Have a lovely day. May the good Lord bless you. See you tomorrow, God willing. Thank you.
Live